Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18, week 3, day 5. So today, obviously, with that being said, we covered a video on it earlier today, going over teams, new layout, all that good stuff. Long story short is, this is the new layout. You generally want to take the top path first, as we'll have the higher multipliers. And it is impossible to take all of the non-treasure rooms before taking all the treasure rooms. Is because there are 3 guaranteed treasure rooms. This one all the way in the top right, this one in like this little middle intersection, and then this one right over here. The problem with these two is they are blocking in a normal room. So it is not possible to take all of them. So we're basically just going to go in multiplier order, starting from the top row, and then kind of working our way around and shimmying around everywhere, since it's actually impossible to even take the treasure rooms last. But yeah, it's pretty much going to be our game plan. We have 2 teams we can end up using at this lower range. We have pretty standard Rowan build. And then we're going to be going into... what are we going into for the later fights now that I think about it? I was going to say Guard's Avatar, but that's the other one we could run at the low range. Or we're going to run at the higher range. Am I going to run insta-kill? I guess we could. Black Beast one will be a little bit too slow for, you know, having Hiking Iron Gut, which is basically Black Beast, but infinite, so... yeah, I guess we'll stick with this. I'm trying to think of what else we could use that, like, hits all at once. Unless, unless we want to go down the Stellarix route. I really don't want to go bring out Stellarix, though. But, that actually would be really good at that range. I'm trying not to show it for team videos like that. Otherwise, it would fall in on, like, every single one. But, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. It's looking a little enticing. But yeah, we'll stick with pretty standard Rowan. There's a couple other weapons we could run too. I just ran with this cheap one because everyone has access to it. You can also run with Golden Cog or anything else like that. But realistically for these fights, we're not casting Rowan more than once. And if we're at the point where we do, we're changing our team completely for a different one. Anyways, hello Logic Slayer, hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all you guys been having a wonderful start of your weekend. Alright, what do we need here? I'll take the blue over. Hopefully it doesn't revive. The dragon egg does have a 25% chance to revive every single time we end up killing it there. One of the few annoying ones. At least it's not the Dragon Soul fight. The Dragon Soul fight has a 50% chance not only to come back as a baby dragon, but a full mana baby dragon, so you have to deal with that every single time, because even if you, when it gets to revive, and even if you try hitting it, if you don't one-shot it, it'll just come back with full durability when it transforms, so really, really annoying when it does that. Hello, Minnie! Welcome, welcome. Happy weekend. Actually, speaking of which, we're getting closer and closer to that Vault weekend, aren't we? Ooh, hold up. Let me double check. When was the Vault weekend again? I know it's not this weekend, obviously. We're doing this event right now. Yeah, next weekend. That's what I thought. I was going to say, it should be any moment now. But yeah, 1 week from today is next Vault weekend. Ooh, definitely gonna need to grind that out for sure. Okay, so this is a treasure room. So yeah, that's probably the order we're gonna want to do. Here, 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 here. Take these 2, then that. Is probably the order most of the time. Because we already took 1 treasure room. Because we have to take at least 1 to get to this room. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the order unless some of the other ones have some really unique multipliers. But otherwise, that will probably be the most straightforward way to do it every single time, just for simplicity's sake. So that will be our game plan. Alright, oh, what do we need here? We took that, we took that. We'll take these 2. Grab our treasure rooms. Not going to bother with the lower rarity one. Don't really care too much if we maximize on loot here. Oh, it is nice. It's definitely not required by any means. Just a little bit of gold. Because whenever I mention treasure rooms, the main thing that they really give more of is gold, which, you know, gold is nice, but... I'd rather get the event done slightly quicker, though it won't ultimately do much. It mostly matters on the later floors, like once we get to like 200, 210, 230, around there. These earlier floors getting slightly more points with how few points we're already getting makes a very small difference. If there was any time to be going for treasure order, it'd be these areas. As the amount of extra points we get is pretty minuscule compared to the later floors, ultimately. Alright, oh, we'll get our Leprechaun in there. Well, really low on mana this time around. It's a little unfortunate we don't have access to something like 50% mana start. To such a degree where it might actually be better to run Guard's Avatar here now that I think about it. Because Guard's Avatar... Well, Rowan's starting at... what? 2 or 3 mana? The rest of that came from the Explode. So it does have a slightly lower mana cost, but not by much. Like Guard's Avatar would be coming in at a 12 mana cost. Or she's coming in at like a 10, a 9 mana cost, not counting Explosion. Oh, and here's the normal layout. Normal layout is just Treasure Room in top right. So we just take multiplier order as we shimmy over there. That is the game plan. I said, hello, Emanator! Welcome, welcome. All's been well. What do we need here? Take that one over. Also, hello, Miss Insane Witch. Welcome, welcome. Also, I believe we are still doing the Power World stream tomorrow. We should be. Probably same time, noonish. I think we'll finally hit max level tomorrow. Actually, technically, if I was the only one on the server, you know, if it was a solo server, I think we could technically finish the game by next stream. Obviously, we'll still be doing at least a couple more streams. Because the rest of our co-op group, we've just been power leveling compared to everyone else. I think I'm almost like 15 levels above everyone right now. We'll just need to just chill, explore around, maybe help build. Aside from mass breeding, we've hit down like every objective we could do almost. I think last stream we ended up killing out every last boss. Next stream we could go around soloing every single boss with how leveled we are. Yeah, that's something the game still really needs. More endgame content. It's slowly getting there. They announced some kind of PvP thing a couple days ago. It's not coming till the summer though. Speaking of PvP, gosh, Gems of War has still been getting PvP after PvP update this year. Even next update's really PvP-centric. We don't have an official date, though 2 Tuesdays from now is the earliest day it could realistically be. The Gems of War PvP update. That's going to be bringing in the alliances system, more things to use gold and silver marks on, as well as a third mark, which will likely be like platinum marks or whatever they're going to call it. Which I assume will be associated to alliances in some way, shape, or form. You've been busy the last few months? All good, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, though. Yeah, that's something we don't do that much these days. I don't do, like, midday Gems of War streams that often. Like, rarely ever these days. I used to do it for some of the other time zones. But then we kind of stopped after a while. Mostly because we kind of ran out of stuff to grind. Not that there's nothing left for us to grind in Gems of War. There's just not much worth grinding that we haven't already grinded to oblivion. Compared to just sticking with the dailies, weeklies, all that kind of stuff. Actually, let me go for the guarantee kill. Also, hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome. Also, it's nice. We're actually already halfway done with this. We'll hand out our first code once we finish this out. Because I had to go through it some just to double check that the rooms were the rooms for the video. And because I did, we're already pretty much started halfway done with this event. So that's a bit less time. Won't need to worry about it. Which will give us more time to go to Underspire, which, oh, and our team is not horrible for it, though it's not the best. Like, we're running double Catherics, which, you know, that's relative to what we've had recently is, like, absurdly good. But still a little bit away from optimal. If nothing else, at least the final 2 floors should be kind of easy. Well, the current floors we're at right now will be almost the same speed as them. The really late floors will be quicker because they're the same speed, if that makes sense. Because if we were to have like a high damage AoE, where we could kill them all at once, that would slow down once we get to the later fights. But while the team we're using now is a little bit slower for the range we're at now, the later fights will be basically the same speed, so it's technically quicker once it gets there. It's unfortunate we don't have too many where we can run something like Megavore or Iron Gut, Zolgoth, Catherics. There are very few Underspires where you can get away with running a proper insta-kill troop. Let alone one that can mana accumulate back into its life, like Catherics can. Though Iron Gut's extra turn basically lets you do so. You just need a troop to offset it. Oh, don't gain submerge. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Stop doing that. Thank you. I should have got a single target weapon that could deal with that. Luckily, skulls will do it for us. Alright, what am I going for here? Wait, that's the guaranteed treasure room. We'll take that one last. You've been picking up Pal World's books because for you it's 5. Oh gosh. YouTube's advertising is so bad now. They've placed some massive ad things at the top right of your screen. That means you can't fit your whole video in screen. Oh no! Is there not a way to get rid of it? I haven't used it on mobile. I haven't used YouTube in mobile for years, so I'm not sure what it's like. I have been using it a little bit more on my TV. And one thing I've noticed whenever I pause a video, because I do that quite often if I'm multitasking a bunch of things, is randomly on the side, half the screen will, like, get smaller. Or, you know, like, the video will, like, shrink halfway through the screen. And then the other side will just be, like, a placed-in ad. And it's really annoying because you have to do a whole extra click to get back. So if you're not paying attention to the TV, you'll accidentally, like, click on the ad thingy instead of the, on the unpause button. And it's mostly been food ads. I saw one for Arby's, I saw one for Dunkin's energy drink thing. And probably a few others that seemed less appealing. Though both of those also seem pretty unappealing. I haven't ate at Arby's in like a decade, if not longer. Which I'm not sure if I've ever eaten at Arby's. I probably have at one point. I cannot recall ever eating at Arby's. If I did, I probably did at some point in high school. When my dad like just randomly took me like between marching band stuff. Because otherwise, I don't think I've ever been to an Arby's my entire life. What do they even sell? Like meat sandwiches? Something like that? Like they're basically like the meat sandwich fast food place. This is my understanding of what an Arby's is. Oh, we're not at one-shot range anymore. Okay, well, time to go Catharix team. That or Stellarix. I really don't want to go to Stellarix, but it's probably quicker. It's realistically quicker. I think this is the last one we run Rowan, and then we're going to Stellarix. I really should just run like Iron Gut Zolgoth, but actually we can't even run Zolgoth. It's Iron Gut Catharix actually. Oh no, we'll see. If I do go down the Stellarix route, what are we doing for mana accumulation? I guess I'm doing Mech Bork, Stellarix something. Probably along those lines. Actually, I might not even have Hero in front of it. I might just put it behind it with Wand and run Bork. The team would be Bork, Stellarix, Hero with Wand, and Leprechaun, I believe. We're going for like ultra optimal quick kill order. Because while it's not a lot, Bork does have 25% score reduction. It's enough to let him live for a cast, and that's all we need him for. Though we do have to be a little bit careful, because I forgot, this is under world. So if it does die, we do lose it the entire time. But for how deep we have to go, that shouldn't be that big a deal. We only have to go to like floor 23 by the end of this weekend. Or by 23, I mean 230. So hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. But yeah, YouTube's been getting a lot worse with ads. Which is weird, because I feel like there's more ads, yet less ad revenue. Like, the ratio of ads feel higher, but the money from the ads, despite there being more, seems lower. It's a weird combination. Like, more ads, yet less money. And if this was a Tuesday event, this would be the last one we'd have to run for now. However, it is not a Tuesday event. It is a weekend-long one. We still got a ways to go. Actually, battles go pretty quick. I keep forgetting that Blessed Gem's even a thing. Every single time I see that, it's like, wait, what is that? And then I remember, oh yeah, that's that useless gem we got this season. Well, it's not useless. It's just so situational. Okay, speaking of situational, it's time. It pains me to have to do this, but you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. Let's see. Get a leprechaun. It's just so efficient right now that anything that isn't it is just so much slower. Alright, let's go get our team ready. What class do we run? Well, I guess Mech if we're running Bork. Also gives us Dispel for Submerge, which is nice, without needing to cast Wand. So we get both of those, which is really solid. And then we just change our banner accordingly to all in on Bork. Plus 2 brown, plus 1 yellow. Minus 1 purple, sure. Actually, can we buy one green? Alright, minus 1 purple, that's fine too. Alright, let's roll with that. So we just immediately cast Leprechaun and or Stellar, I should say, and or Bork. Then cast Stellarix, then win. If they have Submerge, we have Dispel on Hero. And we have 50% Mana Star for the Bork. And obviously even Power for the Leprechaun. Yeah, this should be a lot quicker. Unfortunately. I don't know, it pains me to have to keep resorting back to Stellarix. Like, I want to build actual teams, but then Stellarix is just 10 times better, and it's like, we kind of have to use Stellarix, don't we? Like, we don't have to. Like, obviously, we're just using some Rowan at the beginning. But, you know, if you have it, you're pretty much just going to use it every time. I've been excluding them from the teams video just because I don't want every single teams video just be, here's Stellarix build for today. Because not building with them allows a lot more space to actually build a team. Whereas otherwise, every high rarity team is just, what is the most efficient way to use Stellarix for this game mode? I'm still curious what they're ultimately going to do with it, because I highly doubt they're going to keep it like this. If they leave Stellarix exactly as is, this would be the most broken troop that has never been nerfed. Every single troop that was even half this strong has been nerfed into the ground in the past. It's kind of weird that Stellarix has been like this for a couple months now. That change was like, what, January, February? Like, we're a solid 2 months into Stellarix being the entire meta of the game. Hey, the Stella! That is cool that's a Dragons meta again. We went on a pretty big dry streak where for about 5 or 6 years, Dragons were basically dead content. Now they're basically all you run. A little bit of a 180 there. There's a good amount of time. Like, after the Dragon Soul Christina build fell off, Dragon meta basically didn't exist until Stellarix came back. Or, you know, Stellarix came into the game. As well as Diamantina. But yeah, until, like, last year when Diamantina came around. Well, technically that was a year and a half ago. But, Diamantina was, like, the first step back to Dragons being good again. We went, like, a whole 5-ish year period where Dragons were just kind of useless. Everything from Dragon Soul Christinix meta back in, like, 2017, 2018. And then after that, there was, like, a 5-year streak where it just wasn't good until 2023 or so. Or late 2022, where we ended up getting Diamantina. And then eventually the year after, Stellarix. And then the year after that, Stellarix buff. Well, technically a couple months after that. But, you know, it was the next calendar year. And now Dragons are good again. The main thing that actually ended up hurting Dragons for a while was the addition of Submerge. When Merlantis ended up coming into the game. And particularly as better Submergers, this ended up coming in general. That and the curve of what Dragons were doing was just falling behind insta-kill. Because that was also around the time we were starting to get things like Megavore, Iron Gut, you know, other insta-kill things that were starting to run a lot quicker. But now it's kind of completely returned with Stellarix just demolishing everything. As well as Diamantina for the year where it was viable. Yes, hello, Daddy Shark! Hello, Mr. Z! Welcome, welcome. Wait, you can't see the like button on your layout? My layout shouldn't be any different on my YouTube thingy. It should be whatever the default is. I don't think you can change the layout of what your YouTube, like, looks like when you're watching a video. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no option I can toggle that changes anything there. Thank you, Jets. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for leaving a like. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're almost done with this, then we'll go hand out a code. Actually, our citrals keep going up, gosh. I might stop doing these halfway through. Just to go do everything else. If we have some time at the end, maybe we'll revisit it. I think at 120 we'll call it this section. Because that's technically the halfway point. Because we need to get to 230 or so. So yeah, we'll go to 120 and then we'll head over to everything else. Because we still have a handful of things we need to get around to tonight. Most notably, Undaspia, or double Catherics. Which honestly shouldn't be that bad. Compared to some of the weeks we've had lately, it should be a cakewalk. It was just ran away. I thought we were already done because the water was blocking the final battle. That's funny. Good thing there's a warning on that menu, otherwise I just would have ran away from that delve. But as a warning to make sure you don't do that. Luckily, most things in this game don't do, though it makes the few things that don't really annoying. Because about 98% of things in this game have a warning before it activates it. But then you just assume the other 2% also have the warning. And then you finally click on one of them that don't, and you just waste some kind of resource. Oddly enough, I think keys have that, though it's actually kind of a good thing that keys have that. Or don't have it, otherwise it'd be annoying having to confirm it every time. Or similar. But there are a few things in the game where that has no confirmation at all. And we'll just spend the resource. But most things do have a warning on them, luckily. Which makes the few that don't even more dangerous. Are any other PCs being moved to the top of the chat right side? That's weird. Oh no, I need to see where it is on my stream and Genki stream tomorrow when we do Power World. Just so I can compare them to see if they're in a different spot or something. Because last I checked, it should be universal across everything. But maybe they added some kind of new setting somewheres. YouTube's always doing that, adding something weird in the back end buried behind a billion menus that you're never going to find. Have a good night, Miss Insane Witch. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Logic Slayer. Yeah, there are a couple different view modes on the viewer end that you can change the YouTube thing on. So maybe that's the problem. Because I know there's like 2 or 3 different view modes you can click. So maybe by default it's setting yours to one of the different ones. Yeah, no warning on Arena is kind of annoying. I've done that multiple times before. Accidentally draft in Arena. And while it only wastes 1,000 gold, the main thing that it wastes is the time of like 15 seconds having to go through all of the menus. But yeah, Arena is one of those pretty annoying ones in the current state of the game. Alright, we're at 120. Let's go ahead and code. I'm going to be done with Faction for now. Just so we're not doing it all stream. Because if we get another Valraven, we're going to be there for another, like, 15 minutes. But let me go ahead and code. We'll do the rest of it later. We have 2 more days to go finish it. I'm not in any rush. But here you go. Here is the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code is in the settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. And give same loot as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem, key 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Alright, we gotta go complete a dungeon run. We're gonna do that anyways. Do we have anything good on the adventure board today? I had event key. Not a lot, but you know, they add up. Alright, let's go clear our dungeon. It's our objective anyways, so we're gonna do it regardless. Ooh, resources. Oh, are we playing Guess the Door today? No. We haven't gotten to play Guess the Door for a while, I feel like. Oh no, we got webbed. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It's not as bad as Silence, but it's still pretty bad. Alright, let's go clear it out. Could have been worse. Actually, no, it couldn't have. This is Purple Day. I think that actually is the worst that can happen. Oh, where's Stellaryx build? Why do I even have this other Stellaryx build? This is old meta Stellaryx. This is new meta Stellaryx. The team that has more Takshakas than anything. It's 75% Takshaka. Carrying one very powerful Stellaryx. Alright, there we go. 1 more left. Hopefully web won't be too annoying. And by that, hopefully we get cleansed on turn 1. Is this possible? We did not get it, though. Come on. Nope, 2 turns in a row. There we go. And that should be match. Also, we can still do this for full mana accumulation if we wanted to. I don't think we're going to need it. His damage will be lower, but his amount of mana accumulation is actually exactly the same. This is a static number unaffected by magic. Alright, next. So that gets all of our objectives done for this, so we got our XP bonus for later. Only thing good here worth taking is the event key, so we'll just go grab that real quick. Then that only leaves us with 2 things left. Well, actually, technically 3. I don't think the guild has finished world event yet. Also, as Isabella's been mentioning in chat, we do still have 1 spot left if anyone's interested in joining the guild, PC Mobile. 2 million plus gold per week, and we do all guild-related events, journey events, raids, invasions, all that stuff to completion. Most notably journeys, which are a little bit harder to do these days. Hopefully, I'm really hoping this next journey event, they tweak it. Actually, don't we get our journey event in like 2 weeks from now? When's the next journey event? I know Vault Weekend's next weekend. When's the next journey? Next journey is April 29th. So right at the the same day that the May event starts. Interesting. Oh, that's going to be a busy week then. Because that'll be the start of the May event, and it'll be the start of a very annoying journey event week, most likely. A lot of things going on that day. Also, that's around the time where we might be getting a patch too. Either slightly before, slightly after, or even that week. They're likely not exactly that week, but you never know. Anyways, so Underspire, guild event, and PvP. So that's done. Let's go do the guild event, I guess. It should be like the second to last day we even need to bother with it. Oh, I didn't even do my battles yesterday. Oops. Oh, let's go do yesterday's and today's battles. Oh, so hello, Vital. Welcome, welcome. You've been watching since the first Gems of War videos. Nice. And no matter when you come back to this game, you're still here. Yeah, we've been going the whole time. Putting out content, helping people. No problem. Glad I could help. If you have any questions specifically, feel free to ask. But yeah, we've been around this game's entire lifespan. Even before, like, back in 2014, 2015. Even though this channel didn't really start up yet, we were still, like, always active on the forum and everything. So yeah, we've always been a part of Gems of War. It's kind of insane that, as of this year, it'll be like 1/3 my age. It's actually insane how high it's gonna get. I'm gonna turn 30 this year, and the game's about to turn 10. So those numbers are getting really high up there. We're literally getting the double-digit number, which is kind of insane. Yeah, it is a huge milestone. Yeah, we'll be celebrating the 8-year anniversary of the channel on April 23rd. Which at this point is, what, 11 days from now? Hopefully I'll be able to talk properly because I have a dentist appointment the day before. It's just a cleaning and everything, so it should be fine. They're mostly just checking up. And also, I ended up getting a different dentist because I wasn't that big of a fan of the other one. And I think she messed up a couple things when she ended up doing my teeth. So I might still have to go back and get more stuff done. Already had to spend a couple thousand. I might still have to spend like another 1,000 or 2 more. Oh, we'll see where it is. I think this would be the most I've ever spent on dental in my entire life. Other than having braces. But I didn't have to pay for that because I was still a kid back then. But aside from getting braces, I think this is like the most dental expenses I've ever had. I'm trying to get it all done just so I don't have to worry about it later down the line. I've been ignoring chat for 10 plus years. I haven't been ignoring chat. I don't think I've missed a single comment this entire stream. Yeah. I will take that one over. Skull's not worth it. Oh, well, now it is. Well, if you're gonna take 2 of them, I guess it is. I was gonna say that because he has a skull reduction, so he'll survive 1 hit. We just randomly double cascade skull, we're not even aiming for one. Always convenient. Oh, wait, that means we had to have triple skulled from Sky then, for that to have happened. Which is rare, but it does happen. I still find it funny that we get to see the Easter Towers. It just feels weird seeing Easter Tower after Easter is like completely finished. But it's because of when the event fell. Because sometimes the invasion event is before Easter. Normally it is, but this was one of the weird situations where it was like after Easter. So now we still have festive Easter Towers weeks after Easter. And they're kind of annoying too. Out of every tower in this mode, they are the most annoying to deal with if they ever cast, because not only do they gain barrier, but they also summon a meat shield that's relatively tanky. Come on. I want a random skull. What's our best bet? I don't see any. Come on, I wanted to take something where we could randomly get a skull out of it. Fine, we'll kill it normally. Come on. Oh, come on. I want a random skull poke to kill it out with. So we'll take multiple. Oh, so we've only used up 4 sigils so far. Gosh, this mode gives you so many extra sigils. This might be the last day we need to run it, though. Either tonight or tomorrow night. Because by then the guild should be done, even if we're missing a person. Oh, I should have taken skull first. We missed. Likely to show overkill. I'm so glad we have Lord or Slaughter. It makes it so much easier. If you don't have Lord or Slaughter, you do have that one other catapult guy. That I believe whenever you get a kill, he creates a Skull Storm. That'll be your next best bet. If you have Lord or Slaughter, this is just such quality of life for this fight. Makes things so quick. Also, you don't even need double of this. The only reason I have double is in case we ever need it at the super high range. But honestly, this will be lucky if this thing even dies. If you have lower stats, this would probably matter a bit more. So far, this first slot hasn't even come close. It also has 20% extra stats, which is definitely helping it a lot. It's not a huge amount, but it makes a pretty big impact. 20% is a lot more than 0%. Even if it's ultimately not a particularly huge number. Four skull sweep. And that's all of our battles. Yeah, we still got like 2.5 rewards left. It does look like we'll probably have to do our battles then, because by tomorrow night we'll be like right there. And then the guild will finish it out by the following day. Perfect. Okay, so we just have to do that tomorrow night. We'll be good to go. Unless the guild really power grinds out of nowhere. Which reminds me, did anyone go like super beyond this week? Azala did a decent amount. That's actually surprising. She must have done a tier higher. Because it looks like we have a multi-finish at that, so that assumably that's like tier 4 or 5 or something. Because we seem to have like a multi-way tie. Actually, Isabel, you might know. How many tiers did you buy, Isabel? Because I'm curious, how many is that? 4 or 5? That's a... Like, everyone seems to be tying there. Except for Azala that went 1 tier higher. Anyways. Alright, we did that. I think PvP's the only thing left, then Underspire. I've been saving Underspire for last a lot lately. Oh no, I just went to middle to try to get to... Oh gosh, I hate that so much. Why can you not click middle to get there? Is that tier... Wait, is that really tier 6? Wow. You guys going all out this week. Wow, that's really deep. Why tier 6? That's expensive. You know how many gems tier 6 is? Actually, I don't even know off the top of my head. Isn't it like 1,000 something gems for tier 6? Oh, you always buy the one that gives you the free orb. Oh yeah, I guess that's one reason why people buy tier 6. I kind of forgot about that. You do get the extra orb from it and everything. So if you're already going to do a ton, you get a little bit extra value from it. Yeah, 1,350, that's expensive. Especially if you're doing that every week. Because the tier that we went for, how much was it? 410? Because it's 210 and another 200. So yeah, I think it's like 410 gems for what we did. Which is tier 4. It gives you enough for the troop. And the weapon. Yeah, it's also 1 click, so you don't have to click a billion times. It's true. I don't ever show it because I do it during the, like, before the Monday video. But it takes like 4 or 5 clicks to get to your tier that you want. Because first you have to go through the menu that's like, oh, are you sure you don't want to buy all of them? Okay, well, here's your 1 tier. Then you do it again and again. And you finally get to where you want to actually be. I said, hello, yeah! Hello, Coopster! Welcome, welcome. Alright, we'll take that one over. Get our wand going. Wait, why is wand in first slot? What mode am I? Oh, I know why. Wait, why are we using the safer version then for this? Because we're not realistic. Oh, you know why? I think we've had battles where we ended up ultimately losing our Stellarex due to underestimating the final fight. So now I use hero in front of it so it doesn't die. Because this fight right here, when I'm not paying attention, I actually lose. Because, look at that. 191 per skull poke. If you're not paying attention to that, that will absolutely obliterate you. And it has multiple times. Not because it's a hard fight, it's just if you're not paying attention and underestimating it, it just does so much value. Speaking of which, our hero is dead. I didn't want this to be an example of us dying. We're actually about to. Hold up. Wait. If I don't extra turn spam Stellarex, we actually lose here. Problem? Let's see. Yeah, give me that mana. Problem? Oh, good, he lived. Wait, that's not an extra turn. I keep thinking... Oh, wait, that is, though. There we go. Though, surprisingly not dead yet. Oh, he devoured one of his allies. No wonder why he almost killed us. You have spell reduction too, don't you? Hey, how are we not dead? Alright, let's see. Nice, huge. We should be fine now, even if he dies, it shouldn't actually matter. There we go. What a sketchy fight. But yeah, that's why I put hero in first slot. That battle just destroys you if you underestimate it. Alright, now we just camp middle for till we get our 3 Valhawks. And you know what team we're doing with it. Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I bought to tier 4, so you can get 6 copies of it, and then double blue orbed him. So you can double up on him. Most week events, it doesn't really matter too much. The main benefit of it is, let's say you run like 2 different invasion tower troops. Like the catapult and, you know, the new one. The new one has double magic, the catapult doesn't. While the catapult thing does give you Skull Storm and anything else that it does, it doesn't have the double magic. That's the big benefit of running double up on the invasion troop of whatever the new one is. You don't get double the score from it, but they both do get their double magic. So they both hit a little bit harder. Whereas if you don't do it that way, you'll have one that hits really hard and one that hits basically half as hard. As it doesn't have the double magic bonus. Yeah, I've been doing that lately for a lot of the events. Not for all of them. It's also a great way if you're missing a lot of options, like earlier in the game, to just cheese through the entire game mode. Because you can literally just run 3 of the new invasion troop plus, like, a mana-accumulating hero weapon. Whatever you're allowed to run for the mode. And then boom, you got a team. Also, I believe you're allowed to use any weapon for invasion. So you can literally just run, like, wand or anything similar. Because I believe this restriction was, what, construct? Which means, yeah, you're allowed to run any weapon then. Oh, when is Izzy's channel starting up? She mentioned multiple times she's not going to start her channel. Unless she eventually does, in which case, it'll be then. Isabel, we're still on for tomorrow, right? Is Cookie and Genki still going to be around? Because I'm not sure what everyone's schedule is. Because if we need to cancel, let me know. I'm pretty flexible. But, if we're still on, we'll be ready by noon. Because my goal for next stream that we do, I definitely want to get max level. So that we can all get the really quick riding thing. Because I'm getting so annoying on that server not having the way to move quickly. Oh, you don't know about Genki yet? Okay. Because, yeah, I don't want to stream it too often and feel like everyone's obligated to come. Because my schedule, more often than not, is pretty flexible. But I know other people can obviously get a little bit busier. Oh yeah, Isabel's still the only, like, double moderator on my, YouTube channel right now. There's, like, 2 tiers of moderators for about a year on YouTube now. And Isabel is still exclusively my only super moderator. Unfortunately, there's no different icon next to her name that indicates such. I'm not even sure what the full extra permissions are that she has. But, yeah, she's the only one with super moderator status. Everyone else who has, like, a blue wrench next to their name is just standard moderator. I really wish it did have a different icon to distinguish, though. I could take it the other way around for more mana, but oh well. Let's see. Actually, it was kind of better that I didn't, because it gives us an extra turn. It actually worked out better. But good thing I didn't do it that way. Because the other way around, we likely would not have had double extra turn. How many Valhawks are we up to? 1. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's keep getting them. How are we doing on ladder? Oh no, we fell all the way to 5th. Oh yeah, I remember. This guy was going hard. I don't know. We'll see. If it's like under a 10,000 difference between me and him by Sunday, I might try for the push. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to bother. Also, look at this battle differentiation. We have substantially less losses and only like 20 less fights. But he has like 10,000 more on me. He's like 33% more, despite almost same number of battles. Lower level players really still get advantage like crazy during PvP. Like they fixed it some with the update they did not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. But you still get a massive benefit if you're a lower level compared to higher level. Obviously, if you're a lower level, you likely also have worse options, which is why his win rate is so much worse than ours. However, the actual points that you're getting per win is just so much higher. Like his average battle is probably like a 70 to a 90. Whereas our average is, we'll be lucky if we get a 50 something. Because the highest we tend to get a lot of times is just standard 50. A lot of times we go a little bit weaker because to even take 50s, we have to kill like the Stellarix meta. There's a lot of times the slightly lower ones have, you know, way easier teams comparatively. At some point we'll get a turn. I'm not sure why I even gave that to him. I just assumed he wouldn't get that much value. I greatly underestimated how much value he would get from that. Oh, I don't even have a Stellarix anymore. What? Wait. What did I miss during that? I see. Interesting. Luckily, losing a Valhawk doesn't actually lose you a Valhawk. There's one really nice feature about the Valhawks. Well, we do lose that current one. We don't lose one of our 3 daily Valhawks. You're actually allowed to take them an infinite number of times. So as long as you just keep battling for them, you'll always get your 3 daily Valhawks, even if you lose on a Valhawk fight. One of the few really good qualities about them. They're not like other things where you lose it and you just permanently lose it for the mode. It does make it so it's going to take us longer to go get them. But we still will get it ultimately. Just got to go find another 2. You came off the ignore list? Oh yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Regardless of if Genki can make it, if we still have 3 people, I might as well. If we only have 2, I won't, just because I feel like, you know, everyone else will get left behind a little bit too much. But yeah, I think you 2 are the furthest behind as well, so it'll be perfect for catching up. But if Genki can't make it, that's perfectly fine. She doesn't have to stay the whole time either. She just wants to stop by for a few hours. I should take that thing first. Hello, Lester. Welcome, welcome. Lester's such a drama queen. Well, Lester's been pestering Isabel lately like crazy to go start a channel. I'm not even sure if I want to start another channel or not. I've always considered that for years now. What would it be like to actually start like a second YouTube channel starting fresh with everything I know after, you know, like 8 years of doing this one? But there's just so many hurdles that I just kind of want to keep with this one. I was considering it too because I was going to be covering a lot of old school RuneScape videos in the very near future. And I'm just not sure if I should be on this channel or if I should just make a whole independent channel. I might eventually make a poll for it on the channel as well. I don't know, we could do a little mini poll right now. I'd probably do it on the community post though, for the official count. But, let's see. Let's see, start a poll. I'm actually kind of curious. If I was to start posting a ton of, videos on a different game, would you want it here on, or a diff channel? Or a diff channel, that can't even fit. Let's see. Would you, mind it here? There's not enough room. It was... I'm gonna abbreviate diff every single time, because the word different is way too long. If I start posting a ton of videos on a different game, would you mind it here or on a different channel? Here. Different channel. This is not an official one. I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. Like, if we were to start posting, like, 3 videos a week on a game that isn't Gems of War, would you want it completely separate or here? Let's see. What do I even need here? I'll take that one over. Do not start a new OnlyFans channel? There seem to be a lot of hearers. Though you guys are like the most dedicated people of the channel if you're showing up to like every single stream every single day for the most part. So I will make a still a community post just to kind of gauge it. But it does seem to be overwhelmingly here, which is a lot more convenient to be honest. I'm just not sure what YouTube algorithm stuff, like how that's going to work. Because obviously a lot of people who are watching the other content will not be watching Gems of War. And potentially most of you who watch Gems of War will not be watching the other content. Unless you guys do enjoy it. But gaming's one of those weird things where if you're not specifically playing that game, you generally don't watch content for the game. There are some exceptions to that, obviously. But for the most part, people only watch content for, you know, games they are actively playing. Generally speaking, not always, but more often than not. Especially if it's more like guide videos and stuff. Though I was considering starting a fresh account where we kind of explain everything related to the game. Because it would be a lot easier to explain that from a new player perspective than like, here's an account that's progressed for thousands of hours. It'd be like if you tried explaining Power World, but you started at level 50. Like, you could do it, but it'd be a lot harder to do compared to going through the whole progression. Especially since a lot of the gameplay is the whole progression. Oh, so did we ever get that third Valhawk yet? So we can move to Underspire? We technically did, but I think it ran away, so... Or not think, it definitely did on that one fight. No, that one that ran away earlier. We've already been done. Let's go find them. Yeah, that's the only downside of it. Like, you don't lose the Valhawk, but you gotta go re-find it. So we're wasting like an extra 5-10 minutes because we lost a fight. Oh, unfortunate. That's better than losing it outright and just losing to 2 monolith stones. Like, this is a good in-between. Like, we have to waste a little bit of time for a loss, but we don't have to waste the actual loot from the Valhawk. Just the time in finding another one. I'm sorry, what did Chad mention? Oh gosh, now I'm starting to miss chat. Oh, you know why? This pole's in the way. Let's see. Is there a way I can close it on this? Yes, close pole. I don't think that actually closes the pole. It just closes it visually here. Alright, oh no, Chad, sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I actually have very few family members left these days. My dad's side already had very minimal. And a lot of my mom's side has gone to either cancer or diabetes. Also, I have high blood sugar right now. I should probably watch it. Because diabetes does run in the family. I'm actually getting another physical just to check up on it, just to make sure the levels are okay. In a couple months. Alright, there's our final Valhawk. Has anyone heard how Tyrion's doing? I haven't heard from him for at least a couple days now. He was in the process of moving. So I assumed he's been really busy with that. I'm assuming he found a place. But, I assume he's not homeless. But he's probably just busy with the whole moving process over the last week or so, or several days. Because that's what he was last doing. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Underspire. We'll buy one for now. But then again, we're way far behind. Never mind, give me both. Where are we? Okay, we're trying to find door, which should be right over here. Ah, he's just been busy, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, moving's pretty hectic, especially when it's kind of forced upon you out of nowhere. Oh no, this is that one weird Doom fight. Luckily, we did change up the team slightly to be slightly better at killing this. It's still a bit of a liability, though. You basically have to kill this Doom with an insta-kill team without using insta-kill. Our workaround for this was to use this weapon. The problem is that doesn't completely solve our issue. It does for this battle, but the deeper we get, the less that solves the issue. Oh, we never handed out the second code yet, did we? We'll hand that out in a moment. Almost forgot about it. Alright, there we go. What do we have? We have that. We have this. So this obviously dead ends after 3 rooms. So that's not worth checking. We then have 2... No, we only have 1... Wait, I only have 1 path. What? Okay. Never mind. I was like, wait, we have like multiple directions. No, we don't. It's literally only down. You guys win this time. There's literally only 1 direction and it's down. Don't even have a choice. Oh, so that's really annoying. He has a gem spawn and an explosion, but the explosion triggers before the gem spawn check. So if you get like a 5x brown, it actually gets exploded before it checks for if you have a 5x match. The only way it'll still do the 5x is if the 5x is unaffected by the explode. But he does so many explodes that he explodes the whole board. He's actually, ironically, a troop that would be more beneficial if he didn't have that much magic. If you could have like an in-between, like a half web, where he only did like 10 explodes or something, he would actually be stronger than if he did 67 that he's doing right now. It's kind of weird. But he actually does benefit from having slightly lower explode. Probably one of the only few troops in the game where having less mana accumulation is actually more mana accumulation. We can actually see that mechanic too on that one sailor. That one green-blue sailor that does a bunch of explodes and creates some skulls. He always has a static amount of explodes, so he actually can land his 4 times, 5 times skulls. Unlike this guy, which pretty much never lands his 4 times, 5 times browns, because they just all get exploded. You still get more overall brown mana, but you don't ever get the 4 or 5 times from it. Alright, once we get into the next section, we'll go hand out the final code. If anyone still has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Because Under Spire will probably be the last thing we wrap up on today. And the rest of this weekend will be dedicated to finishing out the modes we have going on. Also, it's going to be a cleanup weekend. Hello, Outlander. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Because we don't have any vault keys or anything to open. Actually, next weekend, Vault Event weekend. We already got all of our keys cleared and ready to go at the 0 mark. So we know exactly how many we get. I'm probably going for standard 300 grind, I'm pretty sure. Who knows, maybe we'll go for a 500, but I'm pretty sure I'm still going for standard 300. We'll see. Really just depends. Also, I would love if we could finally get a perfect path. Because we've been getting some really absurdly unlucky pathing. Oh, I should have taken that first. On Under Spire this week. It's not our worst week ever, but definitely not that great. Like, some of it's beyond our control, obviously. You know what else is beyond our control? Finally getting a legendary troop from Under Spire. Have any of you guys even seen a legend from Under Spire in the last month? Because I'm 3 months in and I cannot find them. We started so well getting 2 within like the first month or so. Oh good, finally, a correct path. Oh wait, this is the torch one as well. I'll go take it. Oh, I did use lantern, right? I said torch, but I meant lantern. Let's see, I'll watch the replay. Did I actually lantern? Okay, good, I did lantern. Otherwise I probably would have retreated. That's the whole extra silver. Yeah, I did use lantern. I just accidentally said torch. Actually, I think I just did the same thing this morning. There was one point where I mixed up the word invasion with Kingdom Mythic. Because when I mentioned the Kingdom Mythic the first time during the video, I think I mentioned it as the previous campaign's Mythic. And then afterwards, I mentioned it was the Faction Mythic because we're talking about Faction. But I meant to say Campaign Mythic again. Luckily, the first time I said it, so I'm pretty sure most people understand what it was. But yeah, I haven't actually mentioned this stream, but yeah, any of you who want the new campaign mythic from the previous campaign, it's technically available for the first time free to play as of today. Realistically, you shouldn't try getting it right now, because it's one of a billion mythics in drop table right now, so the chance to specifically get it is absurdly unlikely. However, he is technically in drop table now. Before he was blocked by the Succubus Queen. But he is indeed in drop table now, though not worth going for. Not only is it not even that good, but the chance you specifically get it just way too unlikely, though technically still the first day that it can be gotten for. The weekly post that they had mentioned it was on Monday, but it was actually today. Oh yeah, we got past the door. I said we'd hand out code. Alright, code time! Final code for the night. Also, we still have the Juicy code to go hand out next week. Not during Vault Weekend, but on the 23rd for the anniversary of the channel. Alright, there you guys go. Enjoy. There's the redeem code. Same loot as always, and definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Alright, let's go finish out the Sun Spy, or at least until we have 0 sigils left. How far that gets us. So we're in the second to last section, so honestly we're making some pretty good time. I'm not sure why. I always underestimate like how far we are once we reach this section. I keep thinking when we're at this section on like a Saturday, it's like, oh no, we're so far behind. But then you just breeze through the final section. So I always underestimate like how far we are, or overestimate, I should say. Because I keep thinking when we're in the 5th section by like Friday or Saturday, it's like, oh no, we're behind. We need to go keep going. But then by the time late Saturday or like Sunday hits, it's like, oh wait, we have way too many sigils now. Why'd I buy so many torches? Alright, 149, 141. Oh, the Doom fight. Oh, I do not want to go that way. I'm going to scout every single floor that's not that way. The Doom fight's actually really annoying to take with this team. Like, it's definitely very doable. But it's by far the most annoying fight we would have to take in these later sections. Because we have to kill it purely with skulls and the very small chip damage from this blade. So why do I think they added a mana drain to him? He doesn't actually have mana drain. He has an attack steal like he's always had. Yeah, his ability got updated like twice. It's kind of funny because he was the first pretty much like new event troop ever added to the game. When they started adding event troops, the first 2 they ever added was Savasi with Savasi Blades. He's the OG first event troop in the game. Like, you know how we get a new event troop every single week? He's the OG new event troop. Also, I just noticed, this fight's supposed to be set up like Ghost Pirates, because the undeads with a bunch of cannons. I never noticed that until just now. That's funny. But yeah, oh, it doesn't show me the icon. But yeah, the theme of that battle was undead pirates. How did I not notice that until just now? You finished Underspire today? 85 rooms? Nice. Oh, that's a really good finish. I think our absolute best was like 78 or something. Yeah, anything under 90 is really solid. Honestly, I'll take anything under 100 these days. No, I gotta take the Doom fight. I don't have a choice. Aww. Is there not a better weapon I could be running? I guess there has to be. Hello, Dragor! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. I was gonna move that and just kind of collide everything together. I gotta be careful. The Doom actually can wipe our whole team. But how long it's gonna take us to actually effectively kill it? He could Deathmark kill our whole team. My game plan is cast first slot every time we don't have a skull. We're to repeat until it's dead or he's dead. Apparently we die first. Oh gosh, what is this fight? If Hero dies to Deathmark, this is almost unwinnable. I might need to go bring a Deathmark counter. Just for this fight. What do we do about this? Do I have to change my team every time we go to this fight? Because this isn't working. I have double Catherics doing nothing. We have to poke him like 5 times to do anything here. Yeah, that is really clunky. This isn't even the final section yet either. That is absurdly clunky. Luckily, there's only about 1 or 2 of those fights per section, so it's not that bad. At worst, we probably have to fight it 3 times at most. 3 times more. That's going to be 3 sluggish fights if we can't keep our main mana accumulator. Because worst comes to worst, if this guy can live, all we have to do is just keep spamming him and just go chipping down. The problem is he dies. We don't have a good board clear option unless we want to keep spamming Catherics, but that's pretty inconsistent. Because he can still do his mana accumulation, he just won't do his insta-kill against the Doom. And there's no way to get rid of the insta-kill immunity. We can't, like, curse it or anything. Because it also has immune to curse. Alright, this double is definitely double dead end. I'm gonna go down. It's 1 singular path down. Should be it. The other one right over there is gonna double dead end pretty much immediately. Unless it is the path. And this one's the fake out. Oh, we'll find out. No, you know what? This one's probably the merchant. You know it's going to be. It's gonna be the merchant. It'll be all disappointing. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 2 perfect sections in a row. I sure hope so. These are other sections that have been pretty unlucky so far. Alright, so far so good. What's even more promising is that there's a boss room right over there, so it might be right next to that boss room. Sure looks like it's heading there. What we're going to see next is like a down into a down left. Or into just a left. If it goes right, I lose all confidence in this. If it goes right, it's merchant. If it goes left, I'm pretty sure it's boss room. If it goes down, it's probably also merchant. So right is 100% merchant, down is probably merchant, and left is almost guaranteed boss room. If it goes 2 directions, then I'm still going left. Okay, That complicates things. This is double dead end. Wait, 1, 2... Oh, wait, this isn't double dead end. What? Alright, I'm just taking it. Maybe it is. What is this path? I'm very confused. But doing this room will give us some information. Or some dead end rooms to go take next stream. One or the other. Oh gosh, we just ended up applying lycanthropy to them. It's actually kind of a bad thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's anything they can lycanthrope into that has immune to insta-kill. Nothing in that category has that trait. They have impervious, but not immune to insta-kill. Alright, that's double dead end. Wait, it's down? Huh. Because that's a dead end, that's a dead end, that's a dead end. This technically could not be a dead end, but it probably will. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boss room. Really? The other alternative is dead end, dead end, dead ends. 4, 5, 6. Boss room. Ah, that's a hard choice. Because by normal logic, this should be double dead end. But based on where this room is and where this room will end, it is possible that this is obviously 100% dead end. We already know that based on where everything is. So we know that's a dead end. But this right here could actually go boom, boom, boss room right there. So we might actually take this one first. Because worst comes to worst, we unlock a dead end room. That's ideally a treasure room. And or even better than that would be like double dead end. But the absolute optimal would be, that's a dead end room we can go take, and then that's a boss room right there. Because it's very unlikely that it'll go boom, boss room right there. It's a lot more likely it'd be boom, boss room than boom, boss room. So we're actually going to take that when we do our next torch, which obviously we can't do right now. We got to wait till tomorrow. And this one's the most obvious double dead end ever. We can already physically see based on these paths that dead end, dead end, dead end. We got a whole cube of dead end right here pretty much. But anyways, guys, I think we'll wrap it up there for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We will still be doing the Power World stream. I'm not sure if we're going to have Genki. We will still have Cookie. We will still have Isabel. If nothing else, to be catching up. Oh, wait, actually, Genki, you're here. You'll know. Genki, are you streaming Power World tomorrow with us? Just want to double check who we had. Because we had confirmation on everyone else. I'm not sure you were confirmation. We're starting at noon or so tomorrow. And that's fine if you can't make it for the whole thing. I just wanted to double check. Because I wasn't sure what the status on everything was. But Isabel and Cookie mentioned that they are. Yeah, we'll be starting that at noon tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. It's 9 hours after Gems of War reset. Okay, never mind. Genki will be there. All right, we'll have the whole crew. Nice. So yeah, we'll have everyone then. Nice. All right, perfect. Sounds like a game plan. Yeah, we'll be back with that at noon tomorrow, and Gems of War same time as we always do every single night. Hour and a half prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by as always. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Best of luck with the event. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.